Well, good evening. Welcome again to the Play Space Live. Keith Avalone from Play Games. Sam's running the board. Tonight we're going to look at the Cooperstown Pioneers card set. We're going to show you the set a little bit and play a game. That was the hardest part, was picking who's going to play. In fact, I'm to be honest with you, I'm running a little bit late tonight. I was literally writing the final strokes on the batting orders 10 seconds before we went to camera. Because it was, I'm looking at these players like, who do you not play? You want to play them all. So it was even difficult deciding who to play, how to arrange the teams. I finally decided to go with New York against the world. I chose one team is made up of entirely of players who played in New York. Of course, the Pioneer set is based before 1930. Any player that began his career before 1930 is in the Pioneers card set. So we got a lot of legendary names here. So we made one team of all New York players, Yankees and Giants, and some Negro League players as well. And then the other team is made up of players from all the other teams. And we sort of leaned the other team toward the scrappers, the guys from the 1800s and early in the 20th century. So we should have an interesting game. It's undoubtedly going to be a pitcher's duel. We got Walter Johnson on the mound facing Christy Mathewson. And the bullpens are, obviously unbelievable when we're talking about teams like this. So what we did is we separated a set. We chose the teams. I was going to take a few moments just to go through some of the players that we didn't put on either of the squads, but I don't know what purpose they would serve. Suffice it to say that anybody who's in the Baseball Hall of Fame whose career began before 1930 is going to be in this card set. There are a couple of extra cards that we have added. If you've already gotten your set, you have seen them. We have the three players who were inducted into, are we in the game cam now, or which camera are we on? Okay, game cam. All right, so I'll show it down here. We have the three players who were inducted into this year's Hall of Fame class. We've got Larry Walker from the Rockies, the first Rocky ever to make it into the Hall of Fame, Derek Jeter, and Ted Simmons. We also included some bonus cards that you're wondering. I already got these guys in the Legends set, and that's true. We have Roy Halladay, Vladimir Guerrero, and Mariano Rivera. The thing was, as we created this card set, we made the player. We began. We had a methodology of identifying the season from which the player comes with an apostrophe and the last two digits of the year, which worked for the 20th century really well. And then, of course, a couple of these players like Rivera and Guerrero, their cards are based on seasons from the 2000s. But we figured everybody's going to understand 06 is going to be 2006. Well, when we started adding the Pioneers, we got guys playing in 1906, and it just kind of looked funny. It was like, well, is it 1906 or is it 2006? So we changed the nomenclature somewhat. Anybody whose card is based on a year from the 20th century maintains the apostrophe two-digit year. We changed, though, the players who played in the 1800s, it's listed out as 1886 or 1891 or whatever. And then for the players who played, whose cards are based on the 2000s, we switched it so it actually spells out 2005. Now, in the original Legend set, Mariano Rivera's card says 05 New York. From moving forward, it will now say 2005 New York. And we just wanted everybody to have the latest cards. So that's what those guys are doing in your Pioneers card set. And without further ado, let me go through the batting orders for you, and then we'll get this game started. So for New York, we've got Mathewson on the mound. We've got Lou Gehrig at first, Mel Ott playing in right field, Babe Ruth. A lot of Yankees here. Obviously, they dominated the first part of the 20th century. Babe Ruth is playing in left field tonight. Tony Lazzeri at second base. We've got Earl Combs from the 27 Yankees in center field. Pop Lloyd from the Negro Leagues, one of the greatest shortstops in Negro League history, playing at shortstop for New York. Freddie Lindstrom is at third base, and Bill Dickey is catching. And then we have our blank pitchers card right here. I should have gotten one of those pitcher batting cards. Oh, well, like I say, I was running a little bit behind. I guess we'll call them the world, because there are players on this team that played in the Latin American leagues, in Cuba, in the Negro leagues, and, of course, the big leagues in America. We've got Ty Cobb, center field. We got both the Wainers playing. I did kind of lean towards some historical big names. So we've got the Little Poison and Big Poison playing in the starting lineup. We may sub him out later. So Lloyd Winter's in center field. No, actually, he's going to play in left field because we have two center fielders. In order to get both he and his brother in, I had to move him to left field. Lloyd Winter in left field. Home Run Baker is playing third base and batting third. Paul Wainer, Big Poison, playing in right field. We got Frank Chance. Okay, so we got Tinkers to Evers to Chance. How can we have a Hall of Fame game without Tinkers to Evers to Chance? So we got those three guys starting. Frank Chance at first base. Here's Deacon White from 1881 Buffalo. He actually played barehanded. An early he caught barehanded. So he's going to be taking heat from Walter Johnson, or from Christy from Walter Johnson. Sorry. And then we got Joe Tinker, of course, at shortstop. Johnny Evers is playing second base, and that will do. I guess we need a pitcher batting card here too, don't we? Let's just borrow one of these cards here and put it in upside down. All right, I believe we are ready. So those are our lineups. So yes, Mathewson pitching to Dickey and Walter Johnson pitching to barehanded, our barehanded catcher. Deacon White. My mind is a little jumbled from all these names. All right, here we go. We're ready to get started. They're going to play this game, of course, in the cornfield in Dyersville, Iowa, in Ray Kinsella's cornfield, the Field of Dreams, which is going to be considered a small ballpark for this game. So if we're ready to go, I'm going to sip of my LaCroix, and we shall begin. Let me get my score sheet where I can kind of watch it. All right. Oh, where's my book? I need my game book. Oh, I didn't bring. run, grab me a game book real quick. Can't play the game. I don't have the charts memorized that well. Let's see if I can figure out what the first one is. 4, 5, 5. Oh, that's the. I better not even guess. I'll just embarrass myself. So thank you for joining us tonight. Looks like we had a pretty good crowd. Glad to have you in the play space. As we play our Cooperstown Pioneers All-Star game. All right, so 4-4-5 to get it started. The delivery from Walter Johnson facing Lou Gehrig. We got a workman pitcher, obviously not. Is he patient? He is patient, so he's going to draw a base on balls to lead the game off. Lou Gehrig draws a walk. Here's Mel Ott for New York. 1-1-4 fresh. Yes, it can be a double play. So there's the early base runner taken right off. I didn't get a chance to put the base runner token on there. So 2 outs, and here's Babe Ruth. And we got a 1-1-3. Is he ace or dynamic? Yes, he's an ace. So that'll be a ground out to the first baseman and a quick first inning for the New Yorkers. Both teams full harmony for this game. That's the way you got to play it when you're playing in Ray Kinsella's cornfield. All right, over to the World. Ty Cobb leading off against Christy Mathewson. A 1-2-5. That's going to be a ground out, right? No, wait. Is he patient? 1-2-5. Is he patient? He is not patient. So he's not a whiffer, so it's a ground out to the third baseman. We'll start. Ty Cobb leads off with a ground out. We go to Lloyd Wainer. Little Poison. 1-1-5. Fresh? Yes. Pop fly to Lazeri. And here comes Home Run Baker with 2 down. It's a 1-2-6. Fresh? Yes. Line out to the second baseman and a quick inning for the World. No scores. We go to the top of the second. Leading off will be Tony Lazeri. One of the best second basemen of his era. And we roll a 1-4-6. It's flash. Let's see. He's got semi-flash. Oh, I need a decider die. Where'd my decider die go? I know that I had one. Would you grab me a decider die? I did not come prepared. You can't play this game without a decider. Actually, I think I might have knocked it off the table here when I was furiously scratching out my lineup. So it's either going to be a strikeout or a single. Here's the dot. It is a strikeout. So a strikeout for Lazeri. Had he connected with that, it would have been a base hit. All right, here's Earl Combs from the 27 Murderers Row. We have a 1-3-5. I guess she's getting in the habit of rolling. Oh, it's a 1-3-5 result. So we're going to have unusual result, and it is going to be a umpire result. We have our Hall of Fame umpires on the field, as you can see. Bases are empty. So let's roll again. 56. Strict umpire at home? No, it's Tom Conley respected, so it'll be a foul tip. Batter still at bat. So it looks like Combs is going to get another chance here. And here we go. 2-5-5. And let's see. A star pitcher? Let's see. Walter Johnson is ace and star, so it's a strikeout, unless he's a good eye, and he is. So he'll avoid the strikeout and just line a little grounder. Combs gets the ground out. Here's Lloyd, Pop Lloyd. 1-1-4. That is going to be another fresh result, and it's going to be another ground out. So 1-2-3 again for New York, and we go to the bottom of the second. No score. Leading off will be Paul Wainer. Big Poison. And it's 2-5-5. Star. He is a star. And it's another good eye result. Is he a good eye? He is a good eye, so it'll be just a ground out. Avoids the strikeout. Lots of good eyes in this set. Lots of scrappers. Here's Frank Chance. 3-3-4. Is he an ace or a star? He's both. Pop out to the first baseman. Here's White. 1-1-3. That's another ace or dynamic, and he is, of course, an ace. So that will be a ground out to the first baseman. Keeping it on the ground. All ground outs and line outs and a fly out. And it's no score as we go to the bottom, or rather the top of the third. And it's Lindstrom batting for New York against the big train, Walter Johnson. 1-1-5. Fresh. He's still fresh. Pop fly. Here's Bill Dickey. 1-3-4. Gold catcher. I believe they're both full gold. Let me just check to make sure. Yes. No, actually, White is semi-gold. So that will be, but he got the dot. So, yes, it is gold. That's going to be a strikeout then. And Mathewson, rather. Here's our roll. There's the pitch. Oh, it's another unusual result. This time it's a red one. So we'll have a memorable play in the field. No, it's 1-5. It's going to be a box and bogeys results. Let's roll the red and the black die then. So an unusual result, 25. A single, but the lead runner thrown out trying to get the extra base. Okay, there wasn't a lead runner, so that's going to be the first hit of the base of the game, and it's by the pitcher. Mathewson scratches out the hit and takes his base. 2 down. Here's Lou Gehrig. And it's a 3-4-6. Going to go all the way back to the main chart. 3-4-6. Eager? I don't think so. No. He gets a walk. And if he's active, he's going to steal. He's not active. And he couldn't have stolen anyway. So we got runners on first and second now with 2 out. A scoring chance for the non-New Yorkers. I mean, for the New Yorkers, rather. Ott. The non-New Yorkers are trying to keep them from scoring. Here's Ott with 2 on. Walter Johnson, he's given up 2 walks and a hit. 2-4-5. That's the hero result, and he is not a hero. He's a semi-champion. So that will be a pop out to the second baseman to end the threat. Mel Ott pops out to Evers. And let's mark so no runs get in. We're going to go to the experience chart for the first at-bat of the non-New Yorkers. It'll be Tinker. It'll be Joe Tinker leading off. He is a icon with this card. This is his 1914 card with the Cubs. And let's see. It's going to be icon versus icon. 14. Prospect batter? No. Oh, it's a bloop single. So that breaks up the note. So both pitchers have given up a hit. Tinker is on base to lead off the bottom of the third. No score. New York and the world. All right, so here's Evers with a man on first. And it's a 2-2-5. All right, star pitcher. He is a star. It's going to be a fielder's choice. So Evers hits into the fielder's choice. We got one out. And Johnson is going to bat. Of course, we'll let him bat. We will eventually, I think, get some other pitchers in here, though. 2-4-5. That is the hero result again. And I'm going to guess that he's not a hero. No, he's not a sad sack or utility, but he's not a hero. So that will be another pop out to the second baseman. So Walter Johnson pop fly. And we'll go again to the experience chart for Ty Cobb facing... no, that's Ty Cobb. I'm on the wrong side here. Hold on. Let's get my batting order correct. It is Ty Cobb. I just pulled the wrong stack. That's all. All right. Looks like Ruth will lead off next. I got my batting order messed up there. Okay. So Cobb will lead off. 2 out. Man on first. And here we go. Christy Mathewson with the windup and the pitch. 2-3-4. Runner on base. We do have a runner on base. We have plate drama. All right. 34 on the plate drama. Wild pitcher, no. It curls over the plate for a strike, and we're going to go to the umpire chart. Strike one. Runner on first. And here's our roll. 15. We have a respected umpire at home. Yes, we do. Called third strike. Pitch catches the corner. So Tom Conley puts the thumb up, and that's going to be a strikeout for Cobb. I don't believe he struck out very often. All right, so that'll end the third inning, and we still have no score heading to the fourth. Both pitchers have given up a hit. Mild scoring threat for the non-New Yorkers. All right, top of the fourth, and New York is back at bat. Babe Ruth leading it off against Walter Johnson. 4-5-6. Patient. Is he patient? He is patient. He's going to draw a walk. So a walk for Babe Ruth. That's the third walk off Walter Johnson. Of course, he's kind of pitching against, similarly talented people here. Here's Lazzeri. 3-3-4. Ace or star? Yes. Pop out to the first baseman. Got Lazzeri to jump on a poor pitch. Here's Combs. Ruth still on first. 2-5-6. Let's put our Babe Ruth up here. 2-5-6. Struggler. No. Champion or patient. He is a champion. And he's going to draw a walk. Wow. So here's Combs on first, or rather, Combs on first, and Lazzeri goes to second. 2 men on with 1 out. Here's Pop Lloyd. Walter Johnson not showing his best stuff tonight. He's only given up 1 hit, but 4 walks. 3-5-5. All right, is he a struggler? Ooh, no, he's not a struggler. Is he gilded? No, he's not gilded either. 3-5-5 champion. Pop Lloyd is a champion. It's a double to left field with the Sigma symbol, but he doesn't have anything to mitigate that. So it's going to be a double. That's going to score a run. That will score Ruth, who will chug over home plate. Combs is going to go to third. And, wow, we may have to pull Walter Johnson here. So men on only 1 out, ran on second and third, 1 run in. And here comes Lindstrom to the plate. And Walter Johnson needs to settle down here or he's coming out. 5-5-6. Is he an ace? Yes. Line out to the third base. Oh, could be a double play. Let's roll that dot here. Well, actually, I guess we did roll the dot, didn't we? And it's a blank, so it's not a double play. So 2 out, though. Runners on second and third. And here's Dickey, the catcher. Runner-up to the Most Valuable Player Award in 1938. He's carded on his 38th season, one of the later seasons for this particular set. All right, 2 out, 2 on, 1 in. Bill Dickey facing Walter Johnson. There's the pitch. 1-1-4. Is he fresh? He is. Gets the ground out to end the threat. Well, Walter Johnson gets out of it. But 1 run is in for New York, and it's 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Ty Cobb, is that correct? No, it'll be Lloyd Wainer leading off. We may wind up taking Johnson out. We'll see how it goes. All right, Wainer is going to lead off for the non-New Yorkers. And he's facing Christy Mathewson, who has given up 1 hit. And that's it. 1-3-3. Is he a slugger? He is not. He's a scrapper. Fly out to left field. So Wainer flies out. Here's Home Run Baker, who is, despite the name, Home Run Baker, he hit a lot of home runs for his time in 1912. I think he led the league with maybe 18. So he's neither a home run king or a slugger. But he's not a scrapper either. Best power that they have. 3-4-4. Prospect, he's not a prospect in this year, no. Is he patient? He is not patient, so it'll be a pop out to the second baseman. So Baker pops out. Took a big cut, didn't get much connection. And here's Paul Wainer, with a 2.56. Struggler? No. Champion or patient? He is a champion. It's going to be a walk. He's going to draw a walk. So first walk given up by Mathewson. 2 out, though. Let's move our base runners here. And here's Chance. Chance with 2 outs and a chance to get somebody in here. 1-5-5. Is he a home run king? No. Fly out to center field. All right. So that'll end the inning. Nobody in. 1-0. We go to the 5th. Take that base runner off. And should we leave Walter Johnson on the mound? I guess, or should we? Really, the question is, should we leave Christy Mathewson on the mound? I guess we kind of have to, since he's only given up 1 hit. So he'll face. So should we leave Walter Johnson? I kind of want to see somebody else pitch. Walter Johnson really hasn't had his best stuff. Let's go ahead and take him out and put in. How about Carl Hubble? We'll put in Carl Hubble. So Hubble will take over for New York. He's a semi-ace, double control. Wait a minute, hold on a second. Walter, no, I'm messing up. Walter, I made this mistake last time. So it's actually Mordecai Brown who will take over, not Carl Hubble. Carl Hubble, of course, pitches for New York. Here's Mordecai Three-Fingered Brown. I was thinking about Satchel Paige, but let's save Paige for later. So Mordecai Brown, who has an interesting story that's kind of spelled out on his card of how he turned a farm accident into a Hall of Fame pitching career. He will take over, facing Christy Mathewson. And here we go. Top of the 5th, rather. And it's 1-0 with New York on top. Here's Three-Fingered Brown with the pitch. 1-2-3, flash. And fresh, he is flash, and he is fresh, so that's going to be a strikeout. Strikes out Mathewson, and goes to the top of the order with Gehrig. And here we go. 5.66. Is he wild? No. Semi-good eye. He does not have the good eye quality, so it's going to be a strikeout. So 2 strikeouts for Mordecai Brown. And we go to the right now chart for Mel Ott. Mel Ott flew out in his last at bat, so we got a hot pitcher. A hot pitcher against a neutral batter. 46. Hot pitcher, yep. Baffles the batter with a called 3rd strike. Look at that. Three-Fingered Brown just struck out the side. And that's all she wrote. Nobody in. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the 5th now. And it's still 1-0. New York leading. So Mathewson has only given up 1 hit and 1 walk, so he'll be facing White to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Here is Deacon White. 1-2-3, flash and fresh. All right, so he is. He got the dot, so it is a strikeout. He's going to strike out White. That's his 2nd strikeout. Here's Tinker. Joe Tinker. 3-4-5. Iron catcher, no. Good eye batter, he is a good eye. Check swing ball. So we go to the umpire chart. Ball one. There's nobody on. So base is empty. And let's roll on the umpire chart. 46. Lenient umpire at home? No, that's respected Tom Connolly. So it's going to be strike 3. So all of a sudden we're getting a bunch of strikeouts, aren't we? That's 5 strikeouts in a row, counting both teams. All right, go to Evers now with 2 out, bottom of the 5th. Evers hit into a fielder's choice his first at bat. 2-3-3. 2-3-3. Ace or star? Yes. Ground out to the shortstop to end it. So we go completed 5 innings and there's 1 run in. It's 1-0 New York. We'll go to the top of the 6th. We're going to leave Mordecai Brown in for another inning. I didn't load these teams up with a ton of pitchers, so we're not going to be able to do like they do in modern-day baseball where you do a new reliever every inning. All right, he's going to be facing Ruth, who's leading off. Babe Ruth drew a walk in his last at-bat, grounded out in his first at-bat, and here we go. Here's the pitch. It's a 1-1-2. Is he flash? He does have flash. Struck him out. 4 strikeouts in a row. He's been getting the dot. What can you say? Mordecai Brown throwing the heat. Here's Tony Lazzeri, who is struck out and flown out in his 2 at-bats. It's 2-5-6. Struggler now, champion or patient. He is a semi-champion, but look at that, no dot. We're going to have infield drama. Most of these guys are gold, with the exception of Babe Ruth. Second baseman iron, nope, it's going to be a routine ground out. So that'll be a ground out for Lazzeri. You go to Combs with 2 out. And here we go. The pitch from Brown. It's a 3-4-5 result. Iron catcher, no. Good eye batter. Let's see if he's a good eye. He is a good eye. Yes, Earl Combs. Check swing ball. We're going to go to the umpire chart again. Ball 1. Again, bases are empty. And here's our result, 13. Oops, run around. Let's go to the bases empty chart. How about questionable umpire at home? Nope. Other umpires call ball 4. So it was a questionable third strike that Tom Connolly saw for what it was. Missed the corner. Base on balls for Combs. So they got a runner on. And that brings up Lloyd. That's the first base runner off Mordecai Brown. Pop Lloyd, who doubled his last at-bat, doubled in the only run. Got the only RBI of the game, 2-6-6. So that is runner on first throw. Runner on first throw now. Looks like they were trying to steal. So that takes care of Combs. Try to advance the base runner. It's a smart move, but they got caught. And that'll end the inning. So nobody in. Bottom of the 6 is still 1-0. And Mathewson, who's thrown a 1-hitter so far with only 2 base runners. Walk and a base hit. So let's see. We'll have a pinch hitter, I guess, because Evers grounded out. So a pinch hitter. I guess that'll be it for three-fingered Brown. And who should we have pinch hit for the other guys? The world. We got so many options here. How about Rogers Hornsby? That might not be a bad choice. Rogers Hornsby pinch hitting. This is his 1931 card, or I'm sorry, his 1925 card rather, with the Cardinals. All right, here's our pinch hit. Oh, let's put it on the right side here. Hornsby facing Mathewson as we lead off the bottom of the 6th. And it's a 2-3-6. That's the double control result, isn't it? And he is double control. So Mathewson is going to get Hornsby to ground out. We'll put him away. And then keeps the mojo going and gets Cobb to ground out. So just like that, 2 out. And here's Wayner. They need a run. They need something. 266. So there's no runner on first. And he's not the leadoff batter, so it's just a fly out to right field. Oh, one batter earlier, that would have been a base hit. All right, so nobody in. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's 1-0 New York. The only run scored on that Pop Lloyd double, which drove in Babe Ruth. way back in the 4th inning. So top of the 7th, we need a new pitcher for the non-New Yorkers. Mordecai Brown we'll bring in Satchel Paige. I definitely want to get Martin DeHigo in. Martin DeHigo, well, we'll get him in for like once Paige, and I'll tell his story then. All right, so Satchel Paige is on the mound for the World. And facing Pop Lloyd. They might have actually. No, I guess they wouldn't have faced each other. Yeah, they might have. I know that Satchel Paige pitched a long time. I don't think their careers crossed though. All right, so here's Pop Lloyd. 1-3-6 as we start off the 7th inning. It's going to be. Is he an ace? He is an ace. Struck unless he's a good eye. No, he's not. Struck him out. So if Satchel Paige's first throw is a strikeout. Here's Lindstrom, who's got nothing into at bats. 2-3-6. That's the double control, right? And he is not double control. He has single control. And the pitcher's not batting, so it's going to be a walk. So Lindstrom draws a walk off Page. And here's Dickey with a man on and 1 out. 1-4-6. That could be a double play. No, it's flash. He's going to double flash. Unless he's a good eye, he is. He got the dot, too, so that's going to be a ground out, which is going to negate the double flash. That's an out-saving at-bat. So Dickey grounds out. That's going to move Lindstrom to second. And, oh, no, wait a minute. No, that's not. Yeah, yes, it does, because he's a good eye. That is correct. He advances the runner. And that will bring up, now's the time. You want to have it. You kind of need a pinch hitter here. And we hate to take out Christy Mathewson, who's only given up 1 hit and 1 walk, but I think we got to do it. Not like they don't have good pitching depth. All right, so coming into bat for the non-New Yorkers. Let me get the right side here. Let's go with. Oh, wait a minute, it is the New Yorkers. Yeah, so we're not. I'm confused here. All right, so do we want to pull? Let's see here. Do we want to pull? Yeah, we do want to pull Mathewson. Yeah, that's the big question. You know what? I think we're going to leave him in. He can protect the lead. Now, you know what? Let's go ahead and pull him. We're going to pull him. We'll see some other New York pitching. Probably not the wisest thing to do here. But let's go ahead and bring in. We're going to bring in Travis Jackson from the 34 Giants to pinch hit. He's got a little bit of beef to his bat. All right, so he'll pinch hit against Page, and that'll be it for Mathewson. But they got plenty of depth. Man on second, that's going to be Lindstrom. And here's the pitch. It's a 1-4-5. Struggler, no. Dan's a ground out. So that will do it. Let's see. So nobody in. The score remains 1-0. We'll put Jackson back here. And we need a new pitcher for New York. Well, we got Carl Hubble. Herb Pennock. Plenty of options. We'll go with Carl Hubble. Yeah, all right. We'll go with Carl Hubble, who is also on the Giants. And Hubble comes in to take over in the bottom of the 7th, protecting that 1-0 lead. He'll be facing home run Baker as we go to the bottom of the 7th. All right, here's Baker. And Hubble is fresh, of course. And here we go. Let's get our token off. So 1, 2, 3, flash and fresh. He does not have flash, so it'll just be a ground out, I believe. Yep, just a ground out to the shortstop. Here's Paul Wainer. It occurs to me that we're using what era are we playing in? Should we be using the early era, possible increased error rules? I don't feel like doing that tonight, since we're playing in Rake and Sellers Cornfield and everybody's feeling good. So we'll just go with regular base running for this, or fielding rather. Okay, so Wayner is up now. Home run Baker with a ground out. Paul Wayner, 1-2-6. That's a fresh. That's going to be a line out. And here's Chance. Frank Chance. All right. 3-3-4. Prospect. He's not a prospect with this card. You know he's an icon. Is he patient? He's not patient. Pop out to the second baseman, and just like that, we've got the end of the inning. Go to the eighth inning. It's still 1-0. And Satchel Paige still on the mound for the non-New Yorkers. And it looks like Lou Gehrig is going to lead off. Lou Gehrig facing Satchel Paige. Top of the eighth, it's 1-0 New York. 1-3-4. Gold catcher, yes, struck him out unless he's good eye. He's semi-good eye. I have to roll that again, though, I believe. Well, let me see. So the catcher for the non-New Yorkers is White, who is semi-gold. So we use the dot. So we have to roll again to see if he's a good eye, and he is not. So that's going to be a strikeout for Gehrig. That's the second time he's missed on the good eye roll. Here's Ott. 144 for Mel Ott. Flash. Double flash, Satchel Paige. Oh, wait, we got the umpire glasses, but fortunately for Satchel, Tom Connolly is highly respected, so that will not affect anything. It'll be a strikeout for Ott, and then a strikeout for Ruth. So he strikes out the side, and that will do it. Bottom of the eighth, it's still 1-0, and Carl Hubbell still on the mound for New York. We'll leave him in for a second relief inning, facing White, the bare-handed catcher from 1881. And here we go. There's the pitch. 3-4-6. Is he eager? He is eager. Fly out to center field. So that'll be a fly out for White, Deacon White. And that will bring up Tinker. 2-5-6. Struggler pitcher, no. Champion or patient? He is not a champion. He is not patient. So we'll have infield drama. 24. Second baseman Gold. I believe he is. That would be New York's, let's see, that's Lazeri's semi-gold. I guess we got to roll this. Dot, he's gold. He's not gold. He's going to commit an error. Bobble the ball. Looks like we got a base runner for the non-New Yorkers. Tinker takes the base on Lazeri's error. And that will bring up Evers with one out. Might be a good time for a pinch hitter, actually. Let's see if they got somebody they can bring in as a pinch hitter. We already used Rogers Hornsby, didn't we? That would have been a good choice. He's a second baseman. Let's use. Oh, that's right. We'll have to play somebody out of position. I didn't go that deep on this. If I sub him, yeah, we'll play. Who's our best batter here? How about Tris Speaker? Let's let Hack Wilson bat. Hack Wilson's going to pinch hit. Alrighty. And we'll have to have somebody move in for Evers. I'm making this complicated here. So here's Hack Wilson facing Hubbell. 3-4-5. All that for naught. Unless he's a good eye. Is he a good eye? No, he's not a good eye. Struck him out. Bad news. So Wilson strikes out. We'll play Rabbit Moranville at the corner, I guess. Or no, we'll play Judy Johnson. Third baseman, we'll move him over to second base. Let me just mark that here. Okay, so strikeout, 2 out. Man holds on first. And we'll have another pinch hitter for the pitcher. And that will be, you know what, let's use let me just make sure I get this right. So pinch hitting for the world. Right. We're going to have Martin Dihigo pinch hit, and then he's going to pitch because he's I love his card. This is based on his 1938 Veracruz card. He led the Mexican League in both batting and pitching. He had a 387 batting average and a 0.90 ERA. So he'll take over as the pinch hitter and he'll also pitch. It's a perfect time for him. All right, so here's Dihigo facing Hubble. All right, here we go. And the pitch. 166. That doesn't sound very promising. Carl Hubble is not gilded. Otherwise, he would have given up a base hit. And Dihigo's not a whiffer, though, so it's going to be a ground out to the third baseman. That'll end the inning. But we'll start the next inning on the experience chart. So it's the top of the ninth. Dihigo is going to take over as the pitcher for Satchel Paige. We'll just move him right up here. He'll be facing Lazzeri. I've got Ott here for some reason. He'll be facing Lazzeri, Combs, and Lloyd. And here we go. Start with Lazzeri. 136. Is he an ace? He is, of course. Yes, an ace. Is Lazzeri a good eye? He is not. So it's going to be a strikeout. So Dihigo registers a whiff. Here's Combs. 455. Is he flash? Semi-flash, but he got the dot. That's another strikeout. Wow. Well, unless he's a good eye. Oh, he is a good eye. Never mind. Hold on. It's going to be a ground out. Take that away. Combs makes contact. And here's Lloyd with 2 out. Could be a very fast inning for Dihigo. 1, 2, 4. Has he got control? He does not have control. That's his one issue. Is the batter eager? Oh, there's no dot. So he's not eager for this at bat. He's going to get a walk. So Pop Lloyd will draw the walk. And that will bring up Lindstrom with 1 on and 2 out. Trying to pad the lead. It's 1-0, top of the ninth. We're going to get an unusual. It's a ballpark result. So we're going to go to that cornfield. Here we go. Here's the swing and the drive. 56. Is it a big ballpark? Nope, it's a small ballpark. Slugger or home run king wallops a home run. Well, is Lindstrom a slugger or a home run king? No. So it's going to be a fly out. He drove one deep right to the edge of the cornfield, but it didn't quite clear it, and that'll end the inning. 1-0 New York as we head to the bottom of the ninth. This is it for the non-New Yorkers. So Hubble is going to come out, and pitching the ninth inning will be, should we use Herb Pennock? How about Jack Cheeseborough? Let's bring in, or Smokey Joe Williams. So many choices. We'll bring in Jack Cheeseborough, who will take the mound, former Yankee. This is his 1904 card. He's an ace, semi-flash, double control. He is gilded, however. And let's clear that base runner and wrap this one up. We'll see if he can protect that lead. Okay. Now, let's see here. So I guess I'm going to start with the, let's see here. So Cobb is going to lead off at the top of the order. Cheeseborough facing Cobb. All right. And here's the pitch. 3-3-4. Ace or star? Yes, he's an ace. Pop out to the first baseman. So Cobb pops out. Here's Lloyd Wainer. 3-5-6. Same. Oh, our first reading of that. It's a right-handed pitcher against a left-handed batter. No, it's going to be a base hit. He's not a utility or sad sack, obviously. Single down the baseline, and we got a base runner for the non-New Yorkers. It's Lloyd Wainer. And Home Run Baker steps up to the plate. He could live up to his name now and be the hero of this game. With one out, here we go. 1-4-6. Flash, semi-flash, and there's the dot. It's a strikeout unless he's a good eye. He's a semi-good eye. We got to roll the dot. Dot is a good eye. Nope, it's going to be a strikeout. So Home Run Baker strikes out. That's going to bring it all down to this. And Paul Wainer, champion, semi-scrapper, good eye. Let's get our man on first here so we don't forget. Man on first, 2 out, 1-0. This is it. And there's the pitch. 2-4-6. Does he have control? Double control. That's going to do it. Ground out to the pitcher will end the game. So, nothing doing for the world. They're going to... Oh, where's my pencil? There it is. Nobody scores. It's a shutout. 1-0 shutout. Let's just add it up here. That's only 2 hits. Only 2 hits for the non-New Yorkers. One from Tinker in the third inning, and then, of course, the one we just got from Lloyd Wainer. Between those 2 hits, nothing but a bunch of strikes. There was 1 walk, but that was it. Looks like the New York trio of Mathewson, Hubble, and Cheeseborough shut them down. The non-New Yorkers didn't have quite the same luck in terms of getting the ball over the plate. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 strikeouts, which is pretty high for this particular era, especially. Although we have to remember we had Satchel Paige and Mordecai Brown in there. But the big thing was the walks they gave up. Number of walks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They had a lot of decide or die dots that put men on base. Even so, only 1 run in. A pretty typical game for the era, I think, 1-0. With the New Yorkers prevailing. So there's your look at the Pioneers set. I wish we had time to go through all the cards, but as you can imagine, there are every star from the early days of baseball is represented. And if you have any questions about it, you can just shoot us an email. We'll be happy to help you. So there's our final score. Oh yeah, we got to give this set away. I almost forgot. So here's what we're gonna do. To give this set away, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just box this. This is gonna be a game used set. We're gonna box this up and ship it to the winner. And what we want to do is we did this once before. It worked out really well. We're going to have everybody who'd like to win this set enter in the chat box a number between 1 and 1,000. All right, just enter any number you want. Between 1 entry per person, please. Any number between 1 and 1,000. And then I'm going to roll these 3 D10s, and it's going to give us a 3-digit number. All right, and the person that comes closest to that number without going over, just like they do on The Price is Right, will win the set. We'll get your contact information if we don't already have it and ship it to you. So just to be clear, so if I roll the number 500 and you chose 501, you're out. A guy who chooses 495 or 485 would be closer because he's not over the number. It's the person closest to the number that I roll without going over. All right, just so we're clear on that. We're going to give you maybe another 15, we'll give you 15, 20 seconds to enter your number. Any number between 1 and 1,000. And while we're doing that, and then we'll have Sam enter a comment that's like, end of entries so that somebody can't enter the number that I roll as I roll it. Tuesday night, we're going to start up our V8 Extermination. Had a lot of fun with that with our massive double driver mayhem event Tuesday night. We're going to create some special cards for the 16 drivers. I'm trying to think of a good name for it. I thought the Sweet 16, they're not really sweet. It's Demo Derby. How about the Sweaty 16 or the Smokin' 16? I don't know. We haven't really come up with a good name for that final group of 16 drivers. But we've assigned sponsors. We made a post in the PLAAY Now page. And so we assigned everybody sponsors. Of course, everybody had a sponsor going in, but since it was double drivers, we had to give half the drivers got new sponsors. and we'll create some cool cards and put some, some decorations on the cars, and it should be pretty fun. And it'll be like reality TV, where the top, they'll be competing for points. With the higher you finish, the more points you get. And at the end of Tuesday night's demo derby, the drivers who have the 2 lowest point totals will get kicked off the show. And we'll go with 14 drivers for the second week. And we'll do this for 5 weeks, and the 6th week will be one final demolition derby event between everybody who is within striking distance of the leader. And that could be 3 drivers, it could be 7 drivers. I mean, it isn't. We've talked this over. It is possible that somebody could run away with it and be the only driver who could win going into the final event, in which case we would just crown them champion. I don't think that's going to happen, though, because we're going to make everybody's card equal. The cards are not going to be identical for the events beginning Tuesday, but they'll all have the same number of symbols, just rearranged differently on their cards. All right, so I think we're ready, right? Has everybody got their entries in?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Switch over the game cam.
All right, and we got our final comment is saying no more entries.
Yep.
All right, here we go. First digit is 1. Oh, anybody so you have to pretty much have single digits here. That probably just knocked a lot of people out. 1, 1, 6. 1, 1, 6. Who is the closest to 1, 1? Anybody under 1, 1? Anybody under 200 or over 200 is out.
1, 1, 6.
We'll figure it out. We don't have to figure it out right now. You scanning all the entries there? So it would be any 115 or 100 or 99, something. Any 2-digit number would be in the running. Did anybody choose a two-digit number? Did we not have a winner?
Jamie Watkins chose 1.
So that would be the closest, unless somebody.
I don't see anybody else that's. Someone said Slammin' 16. I don't know if that's a number or if that's.
Slammin' 16.
People said Slammin' 16.
Slammin' 16. What does Slammin' 16 mean? I don't know about that.
Kevin Albertina said Smashing 16, and then Thomas Mockler said Slamming 16.
Oh, they're talking about because I was saying we don't want a sweet 16.
Oh, gotcha.
Right, okay, so those don't count. That would have been a good guess, though. Sorry about
you would have won.
Sorry about that. You would have won. Looks like Jamie Watkins is going to win. Well, you know what? We'll scan the list just to make sure. But tentatively, it looks like Jamie is our winner with the only guess that was under 116. All right. I think we have his address, so we should be good with that. We'll double check just to make sure. And Jamie, if it turns out somebody had a different answer that was closer to 116, sorry about that.
Jamie, if you don't hear from us.
Yeah, if you don't call us, we'll call you.
Well, if he doesn't hear from us shortly, then email us at info.
Right. If you don't hear from us like within the next 24 hours, I believe we have his mailing address, though. I remember speaking with him about a number of different things last year sometime, so I think we're good. All right, so that wraps up our Cooperstown Pioneers Field of Dreams, Ray Kinsella's Cornfield matchup between our Pioneers from New York and our Pioneers not from New York. And the New Yorkers won this one. 1-0 was the final score. Christy Mathewson will be our MVP with the one hit allowed over 6 innings of pitching. Thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you again Tuesday night. Have a great weekend in between now and then. Stay safe, stay well, and thank you for being part of the Play Games community. We appreciate it. Have a good night.